And guys, there we go again. It's game number 2. RRQ is facing Mineski, and Mineski took the first game very convincingly. They had a rough start, I have to say. The Naga got quite interrupted in her farm, but like the other 4 of Mineski picked up the game. The Batrider really prevailing on his lane. The rotations in mid were successful, and after all, the Naga found the farm he needs. And then with some split push and about 3 nice team fights, also a couple failed rush attempts by RRQ, the game was won. Like, really nice show there by Mineski, but I think RRQ has the potential to come back in game 2, and I really hope to see that. Just one more thing, all those people who asked, yes, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course on Twitch. If you like what you see, what you hear, just go follow, like, whatever is out there in the social media. All the VODs of the games are uploaded on our YouTube as soon as possible after the game, so you can definitely watch it if you missed game 1, for example. That's no problem whatsoever. Anyway, the chat is cool. I like you guys. Hang on there, and we go into the draft.
Yeah, we see RRQ banning out the Ancient Apparition. I think it's mostly because they want to maybe grab the Invoker themselves, or maybe something else as the first pick, and leaving the AA in the pool when you don't want to pick it yourself. It would be quite sure Mineski will pick it up for the second game in a row. So RRQ, I mean, they got to taste the bitter taste of the damn Ice Blast, so they don't want it again.
Yep, definitely. Like, the Ice Blast actually did quite some work in the last game, especially if they had a nice setup. I mean, they had the Batrider Lasso holding people in position, they had the Dreamcore holding them in position, and on top of that they had the Fisher and the Acre Slam, so they had quite an easy game setting up that Ice Blast, and it definitely hurt. Unfortunately, we never really saw a Shatter kill so far, but what we saw is like mostly Puck finished them off before they could shatter, but the AA potentially had about 5 kills there. Like, if no one would have followed up, they would have shattered.
Yeah, and Mineski themselves, they ban out the Lycan once again. Maybe they banned out the Nature's Prophet and RRQ banned the Lycan, I'm not too sure, but I think Mineski is actually struggling whether to ban the Invoker or the Prophet at the moment. I think that will be one of the 2 first pickups for RRQ.
Yep.
At least I would assume. I mean, maybe they want to ban out the Visage instead, but I don't think that's a higher priority. So yeah, Invoker ban is there, and RRQ, will they pick up the Nature Prophet or will they leave it in the pool now? Do they want the Batrider more, or?
I don't know. It's like with the Southeast Asian Dota, like they have like a lot of emphasis on the Nature's Prophet, which we don't see in the Western scene that much. I mean, we see him sometimes picked early or then coming out in the second rotation of bans, but like here in Seed Dota, it's, I don't know, like it might happen that we see the Nature's Prophet coming out right here as a pick.
I speak for the trees.
Talking about it, it just happened.
Yeah, I mean, they want to go for the push. I think that's something that the Southeast Asian scene is just so familiar with. But Mineski now, they grabbed themselves the Batrider once again, and now they have a Shadow Shaman as well, so they have some push of their own coming with the Mass Serpent wards.
Yep. And to be honest, I think RRQ would have been better off with banning the Batrider, but I have to admit, Mineski did an awesome job on the Batrider. I mean, he got a man fight kill on the Storm Spirit where he had like a slight disadvantage because he died earlier than the Storm Spirit, but then he came back and he got 2 kills on the Storm Spirit by himself, and from there on he had a fast dagger, and yeah, his initiations were mostly on spot and led to a definite like advantage in the team fights or before the team fight even started. And yeah, I don't know, I would have banned the Batrider if I was RRQ, but they say like Nyx AA is more important, so yeah, Mineski again having a Batrider.
Yeah, but I mean, Batrider, of course it's really annoying to play against, but I guess they prioritize the bans of the AA over that of the Batrider. I mean, makes sense a little bit. Maybe they're not just that afraid of the Batrider, but now they grab themselves a Puck as well. So the Puck just such a high play-making value hero, and we could see it last game for Mineski. So RRQ are trying, or at least hoping, that this Puck will be at least as successful.
Yep, definitely. And the second bans are coming out, and RRQ respect ban on the Naga. I mean, the Naga anyway being pretty early in the bans, but Mineski they got the Naga to play, get the Radiance up, even though he like kinda circumplayed the Radiance because he had such a bad start, so he went into, what was it, Stout Shield, then Impulment Shield, then he went for drums, a Soul Ring
as well.
yeah, a Soul Ring there to just spam the Riptide, not being out of mana, which I like, by the way, on the Naga. And then eventually he went into Radiance, Lincoln's, and then Heart, right? If I recall correctly. So it wasn't the Radiance rush, but he got it through, and then he had so much HP plus the Radiance ticks on top of that, so you can't ask for more.
Yeah, this Naga was really sick by the end. I mean, the amount of farm he gathered within like only 10 minutes, it was absolutely absurd, and he just overgrew everything that RRQ could have thrown at him. But now the Lifestealer is banned out as well by RRQ themselves, and they are definitely targeting the core heroes now for Mineski, the carry ones.
Yep, definitely. Like, it's pretty interesting. A Naix ban. Like, I wasn't expecting this. This comes out of the blue there for me. But a Chen ban? RRQ, like, in the last games of RRQ, we never seen a full-time jungler or like a jungler earlier rotation into a lane so far. So I don't think RRQ was about to pick the Chen. But what I like is the Spectre ban, because they think, okay, they got the Nature's Prophet, they got the puck, so the next thing they're gonna do is either support or like their core, so they already start banning out the cores. And it's a support the IO. Beep beep, beep beep.
Are they gonna partner it up with a tiny, just go wreck buildings with the Aghanim Scepter and the Nature's Prophet?
I would like to see it. There's nothing better to see than Red Dodo with the tiny Manta-style Aghanims and the IO just TPing to towers at level 16 and just wrecking the buildings against backdoor protection. This is so much fun to watch. But I don't think it's a tiny. I think they go for something else. Let's say, I mean, CK, the traditional IO synergy build. Slaughter could work. They could.
I think I'd like Tiny the best, just because even if the Tiny gets doomed up in the end, he can just right click everyone to death anyway. But I mean, it's kind of hard. Actually, it would be really hard for the Tiny to get in range, or actually, it's really hard for any carry that RRQ go for, because Shadow Shaman with the Hex, the Shackles, Flame Breaks, as well as the Lasso coming out from the Batrider, the Doom being there with his ultimate, and now even a Disruptor, Kinetic Field, Glimpse, maybe the Static Storm as well, to stop anything that comes at them.
Oh,
and they do pick up the Tiny after all.
Very nice.
But this Tiny is like, he somewhat has to go for a BKB now.
Yeah, at some point. But then again, even a BKB, like, he needs the Aghanims earlier, because he will get doomed up. Pretty sure that the Tiny or the Puck is the main focus for the Doom. But I absolutely like it. And also, RRQ will ban now another carry, simply for the reason that Mineski, they just don't have a core yet, and they need a strong core that can outfarm. In the worst case scenario, that they don't get through with like pushes or early engage whatsoever. If they have fall back, maybe even turtle for a bit, they need a core who can farm on that and then counter this. Because I think the Rex guys, they're gonna, I don't know, 15 minutes and we're gonna see them starting to definitely fight with the relocate and the puck.
The Tiny is, I mean, a pretty nice pickup actually, especially if you get it together with the IO. The Tiny, not only does he have a lot of right-click damage, the Aghanim Scepter, or, well, he has it before as well, but then it splashes and you have a little more range going out. But you have the Avalanche as well as the Toss anyway, which deal a pretty significant amount of burst damage actually from one hero.
Yep, definitely. I absolutely like it. And they ban out the Morph, which might have been one possibility there for Mineski. I actually think, yeah, this Morph definitely was possible, but it's a Weaver. Oh my god, I didn't see this coming, just for the reason that you run against a Tiny and the Puck, so you have a Silence, you have a Dream Coil, you have a stun combination and a really heavy hit coming in. A IO like behind him who's probably carrying Dust or Sentries, Gem whatsoever. A Weaver, that's interesting to say the least.
Well, it is relatively hard to hit the Avalanche on a Sukuchid Weaver, I guess.
Because he's so fast and swift and invisible. But yeah, if you hit him once, he's losing like 20% HP.
Yeah, and you can just still toss the Weaver. The toss does follow, I think. So I mean, also the puck just when he gets his blink dagger, this Weaver might just get silenced and killed off before he gets to do anything.
Yep.
But I mean, I actually still really like the lineup of Mineski as well. It's nice and aggressive. The Weaver, I mean, can fight early on already. Sukuchi is through the targets to get the damage as well as the Geminate attack. Plus, the Weaver, I mean, if he gets the items, he's a very sick late game carry as well. But yeah, I mean, the tiny potential in the late game just so sick. Then again, Mineski, they have two things to go through BKBs and just try to disable the tiny or maybe the puck.
Yep. And Mineski, RRQ taking their time with the last pick, and it's a Rubik. Yeah, and I like the Rubik. We have Kinetic Field, we have Static Storm, we have Batrider Lasso, the Master Open Wards, Chikuchi. So there's so much to steal for the Rubik. Like, a Rubik is definitely being happy in this game. Like, he has abundance of spells he can steal anytime, and they will have an impact. So, yeah, Rubik, absolutely legend, that pick.
Yeah, the Rubik is a very nice support to just finish up their lineup at the moment. The Telekinesis will be useful against the Beaver as well, of course, if they want to get the kills early on. Or actually, is it going to be an aggressive tri lane around the Weaver and Doom safe lane?
Like, we're gonna see they're heading out now.
Or Doom like mid? Yeah, Doom's gonna mid.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, guys, this is game number 2, Mineski versus RRQ, and at the moment we have Gehenna on the Rubik heading in the mid lane, but this is just for warding. We have the Tiny Wisp combination on Koala and RMD on the Wisp heading towards the safe lane. Xuan, as usual, mid on the puck, and we have NFR on the Nature's Prophet, and he's probably gonna start out on the offline. Let's see how this goes. Maybe he's gonna rotate in jungle later.
Did you just introduce the Dire side, right?
No, I introduced the Radiant side, and Dire is all yours.
I totally spaced out at the moment. Anyway, Shay playing up on the Weaver with Geo playing the Doom in the mid lane, so that's the pretty much only thing you can set the lanes with when you know what player is going where. And Ova playing the Shadow Shaman, Batrider taken up by Chesivash. He was really successful last time around. And the last one is Inmacute up on the Disruptor.
Yep. But anyway, it's so hard to follow you with the introduction. You just jump around. I do it lane by lane.
I just do it completely randomly.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we have already one ward coming out here to protect the mid by the Radiant side. So this is nice against rotation whatsoever. I think they even spotted out now the Disruptor being here. The second ward is coming out by the Dire side of Mineski here. It's pretty much a usual ward, but talking about this ward, it just gets dewarded as we speak. So this is 50 gold for the Rubik, and he's gonna lead the CS with this.
Oh, NFR gets his clarity actually disabled at the moment, so doesn't have much mana to work with. And is there a shackles or anything? There are boots of speed up on the Shadow Shaman, but they don't try to go for it.
It was like a couple units too short. But talking about wards to finish the entire thing, there's also Sentry coming out here, which also dewarded. So both supports find the Observer. So 2 Observers down the train, and there's another Observer coming out here in the lane, giving vision on the Nature's Prophet, so they can actually rotate in and get a kill. And the Nature's Prophet has to be careful. There is Klims, there is Shackle. Oh, actually Shackle's not skilled yet, but it will come out at some point. And of course the Weaver doing damage on top of it, Chakuchi, plus the Janata attack, so... Oh,
yeah, the
let's just say
Prophet
Janata attack, I'm so sorry, Geminite attack. Janata is Bountyana, oh my god.
The Nature Prophet, I don't think he will find too much. He maybe even should rotate into the jungle once he gets like maybe level 2, maybe even earlier. Because there's just so much lockdown that the Nature Prophet usually relies on actually getting the teleport out of the lane. But at the moment, with all the disables coming out, he's gonna die before he teleports, or he's just gonna get disabled. But now the Batrider just fireflies away with the creeps. He stole some neutral creep camp XP as well, and he's almost level 3, which is almost 2 levels above now of the Nature's Prophet. Finally a creep wave comes in, but Shadow Shaman
being
just
really
driving
aggressive here.
Away.
Too aggressive actually.
Yeah, his teammates can't really come in to help either. Geo picks up the haste rune or bottles it up.
This is man mode. Look at this.
Wow. He actually drops him down to 40
50.
HP.
Yeah, 40 HP actually. Like Shadow Shaman there, absolutely going man mode by Mineski.
I mean, why not? I guess.
It's just
And
a
the
level
puck-
1 Nature's Prophet after all.
The puck in the mid lane actually has been dropping quite low, but now with the bottle coming in, he should be fine. And they spot out Gehenna, who went there to Sentry Ward, but it doesn't spot it out just barely. And now the puck coming in as well. The Shadow Shaman might be in trouble. Telekinesis is there. Illusion Orb to fly. The Waning Rift is there as well. Yeah, they should get the first blood with that.
Yep. And it actually goes to the Rubik, so a nice start for the Rubik. But yeah, it's really funny to see that like those two Sentry Wards are just about out of range for each other. So quite funny to be honest. That's like one unit missing on each side to D-Ward. But yeah,
Well,
nice
at
start
least-
for RRQ.
Yeah, Rubik, I mean, he didn't get the sentry down, but there weren't any observer wards, so the sentry not that important to deward it. And of course, getting the first blood because of him rotating there was just fortunate timing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they get the first blood, but still, we have the situation that a Batrider is level 3, almost level 4, and we see 3.5 minutes into the game, we see a level 1 Nature's Prophet, and as we speak, he might actually get level 2 now by stealing here some XP off this camp, but still, he's not happy, and I think by now he should have rotated into like the mid camps. I mean, he could farm here without interrupting the other supports, and I mean, at the moment he's useless on this lane anyway. It's just, there's just no point in him staying there. He doesn't get XP, he doesn't get any CS, so he might as well just rotate.
Yeah,
Wisp
but
is manning up.
oh yeah, they're going for the Batrider, but I don't think they will get it. But the Nature Prophet in trouble. Ova comes in
lift.
from behind. He can shackle, and the Batrider still alive. But top lane, the Nature Prophet should go down. There's the glimpse, and there's the kill as well.
Yep, that's a pretty easy one. But like, why didn't we see a lift there coming out on the Batrider? Because Tiny was in range. He has level 3 Avalanche, and the Toss is level 2 already. So I think they could have killed the Batrider if the Rubik would have lifted him there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I was following the top lane mostly, just getting glimpses of the bottom lane. Was he in range for it?
I think so, but I don't know, maybe he hesitated or maybe it was just about out of range. Anyway, Tiny doing pretty fine at the moment. He's, yep, toe to toe with the Weaver, 27-7 and 25-11, so both safe lanes at the moment doing fine. Really the only difference is, like at the moment on like as we see it in the lanes, the only difference is really that like one offlane is working, the other one is not. Batrider is getting something, but Death Prophet is not getting anything. He's still level 1. We talk about 5 minutes into the game. Wow, and now he just dinked level 2. So he could TP now to the mid, and I don't know, go and farm the jungle Nature's Prophet. You're not gonna get anything on this lane.
By the way, Jay on the Weaver has picked up a pre-5 minute hand of Midas. So this Weaver's just going for the farm, building it up for the late game a little bit. I mean, Mineski can be really aggressive early on, but with a Midas which you get before the 5 minutes, it's going to be beneficial one way or another, because it's going to pay for its own cost by 20 minutes in already pretty much. Plus just the attack speed from it and the XP you get, it's gonna be huge.
Yep, definitely. What I'm also curious about is, what is the Tiny going for? I mean, at the moment it's kind of obvious the bracers are coming out soon, so we're gonna see drums. He's stacking at the moment the jungle, so we see a triple stack here on this one. No, actually it wasn't successful. Like Wisp screwed up the pull there, but he still has 2 double camps, so he's going drums. And is it then the pub stomp build? Is it Mask of Madness, drums, Aghanim, Scepter plus / random stuff like Daedalus?
Oh, there's the Dream Coil on the Batrider, Firefly used, but he can't really get away. The Avalanche is there, the toss as well, and then the Tiny grabs the kill.
Wow,
Nature's Prophet
this is
even
commitment.
in.
Look, this is 5 people for a Batrider, and to be honest, I think they should keep on pushing the tower just because there are 5 men here, and they force, I don't know, they force Mineski to rotate.
They had barely mana for one set of treants as well from NFR, and if they get the tower, the 5-man is worthwhile. But Puck already went back to the middle lane, so not missing out on much there either. But he might be in trouble if the Doom comes out from Geo. Ova coming in from the side, the Doom not used, actually phase shifted.
Out of vision there, and the tier 1 is down. Nature Prophet Nature's Prophet actually gets the last hit, not the Tiny. That's unfortunate for the Tiny, I guess.
Yeah, maybe it was deliberate, just so the Nature's Prophet could get the Hand of Midas maybe fast to catch up, because he really needs the levels. He's only level 3, 7 minutes in. It's quite bad for him, but the top lane actually getting pushed as well. The Rubik is TPing in to try to do something about it, but the Rubik alone is not enough.
Yeah, but we have the Wisp now coming as well.
Oh, more TPs coming. Oh god. Mineski might be in huge trouble. Koala comes in, they get the kill. But he gets back towards the bottom lane. Jay goes down as well to the Illusion Orb, and that's 3 heroes down with Don rotating in. But this Tiny...
Yep, this really hurt. Like, also we were trying to escape, but running directly into the orb by Puck. Like, nice rotation there by RRQ. So they defended the tower after all, and they get 3 kills. The entire tri-line of Mineski has been wiped, and before they already traded nicely, because they got the tier 1 without a trade on their side, and they got the Batrider kill on top of it. So RRQ definitely, I don't know, they pick up their performance compared to last game. So Mineski has to start doing something against this.
Yeah, Mineski went way too deep there. I mean, they were behind the tier 1 and tier 2 towers, or tier 3 and... Yeah, tier 1, tier 2.
And now a dust is coming out. So Mineski is saying, guys, we gotta pick this up, we gotta do something. And I think Tiny is the target. He's quite, yeah, he has decent HP, no napalm sticks at the moment. So, and I don't know, and the Wisp is level 4, so there's no relocate save for the Tiny, so they might actually be successful. But the question is, do they get the engage? Because they smell this. They smell this. Tiny is already very passive. And I think... No, the Doom... he has invisibility rune, so... I don't know. But they know something is coming. Oh, actually, the Tiny is coming out now.
Yeah, they're going for... There's the lasso, there's the Doom as well, so that he couldn't avalanche toss combination. He does take a fall, and now RMD on the run gets glimpsed back, and he should take a fall as well with 4 heroes being there.
0 armor Wisp, that poor guy just dropped one. Anyway, so Mineski is saying, okay guys, we are still in the game. The core of RRQ just died, plus the support. They might even capitalize on the tower. Oh well, the Shadow Shaman is also just level 4, so no must open towards. If he had more levels right now, I think they could go for a couple tier 1s. But RRQ says, okay guys, you might push the bottom one, we go for mid one, and so Rubik and Furion on a pushing mission at the moment. Cliff. Cliff is coming out. Yeah, it's early. It's early morning here, guys, for me. I just slept 4 hours, so I'm allowed to do mistakes. There's a TP coming by the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, he didn't get glimpsed back, or no? He got glimpsed back after all by the Disruptor. There's nothing they could do. Oh, toss off on the Shadow Shaman. He tossed the puck. There was the silence, and Avalanche gets the kill.
Oh. I actually thought RRQ is not getting anything here. Did you see? Like, that was the Dream Coil, but he didn't hit anything with it. So I thought, like, oh my god, they go back after the Dream Coil failed. But nice toss there by the Tiny. Tossed a little dragon on top of the Shadow Shaman, and yeah, also nice. I don't know, a really nice flow in RRQ's game, like from a gank into the rune into a tower. They split push when they see a potential trade whatsoever. So RRQ definitely looking more confident in this game than the other one.
Yeah, they are looking way better. At least the start for them is. And even though the Weaver is farming like a madman, he won't do too much with it, because by the looks of it, he's going for a Linkens, and what does he really have to stop there? Only the Fate Bolt and the Telekinesis. Is it really worth to get the Linkens for that? Oh, the Sprout onto the J. Weaver might be in trouble. Ruby coming in as well. There's the silence from Don coming in with a newly acquired Blink there. He gets the Sukuchi away. He doesn't have mana for a time left, so can they find him? Does he start the TP? No, he's going for the Sukuchi instead. There's the Sprout to block him in.
Oh, that poor guy.
He's going down. He should have TP'd away.
This was $1 million Sprout. Did you just see that? Like, was that on purpose? He was sprouting the puck, and he blocked him in there. That was actually quite an awesome play there coming out by RRQ. But again, what I didn't understand, the Rubik pops the sentry and he goes for Fate Ball first instead of the lift, and the Weaver actually makes it out. I don't understand.
Oh, mid lane, the Dream Coil, Shadow Shaman in some trouble. Doom on the puck though. Static Storm with the kinetic field comes out while the shackles are on the Tiny. The Tiny drops low, but not enough. Rubik gets telekinesis back towards the, not telekinesis, glimpsed back towards the top lane, and Geo now chasing RMD. RMD doesn't have any mana. The kinetic field, oh, it barely misses.
Yeah, this is 3 down for RRQ. What a bad fight. What a bad fight. And the Shadow Shaman, he survived with like 30 HP. Like barely getting out of there. But at the end it doesn't matter. Like on the kill score it's 7-6. So Mineski coming back here. I mean, what means coming back? But like they almost equalized the kill board there. And that's pretty amazing, to be honest. The Blink Dagger is now out on the Batrider. So, yep, initiation is coming.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of the first game where one team takes the kill lead very early on and then the second team suddenly just follows up.
Yep.
And I mean, I still don't agree with the Lincoln Sphere pickup though.
Yeah, like in this game I don't like it either, like because there's not really much that goes into the Lincolns, but well, it gives him at least some HP and a bit damage, so after all it's not too bad, I guess. But the Weaver has to be careful here. Look, this is one combination, and he doesn't use time-lapse even. Oh, no, he uses time-lapse, but the problem is if he actually gets stunned up and tossed, and Tiny managed to hit while the toss, that Weaver is pretty much down in one combination. This time he was just on 20% HP because, yeah.
Oh, Rubik is going in, the Two-Man Dream Coil, the Relocate is coming in as well. There was the Static Storm, but Shadow Shaman telekinesis up. Now Inmacute gets dropped down by Koala. Can they get more? Rubik drops low, but the Shadow Shaman takes a fall instead. Actually, they kill the puck. Rubik goes down as well, so a 2-for-2 exchange.
What
and Mineski only lose 2 supports.
What a messy fight. And by the way, the Dream Coil again just not latching on the other heroes around. I don't know. It's the puck Dream Coil is. I thought this time it might actually latch on 3 people, but it didn't. So quite surprising there. But fact is, Mineski can capitalize on this fight. It was a 2-for-2, so it should be equal, but they have now the time to push that tier 1, so this is definitely going down, and RQ has nothing to trade with it at the moment.
Chasey actually might go in with the lasso if he really wants to. No.
The Rubik,
Besides better off it, they could have killed off the Rubik quite fast, but he now has the Sukuchi stolen from Jay. And that's a happy Rubik.
Yep, definitely. And Rasta also dinged level 6, so the next time we see a fight, we're also gonna see Mass Serpent Wards, and this is actually bringing even more into the equation, because Tiny has, well, he only got 1 point in Krager Exterior, so he got quite a bit armor, but still level, like, just 4 armor on him. It's not much, but he gets XP now, and he's rushing into his Aghanim, so we have the point booster up, the Orca Crop is in the inventory. So, we're gonna see this online in about 3 minutes or something, but yeah, the rest of his team is still quite squishy, could die pretty easily off those Mass Serpent Wards if they're popped in a team fight.
Yeah, it's... I mean, Mineski, they aren't looking that bad at the moment, but once the Aghanim Scepter comes out from the Tiny, his farm will just
they might
accelerate.
find the Batrider. Look at this.
Oh yes, the Batrider might go down. Actually, they spot out the Rubik now. They do have the numbers advantage, but they were afraid that more heroes are following.
They weren't quite sure if there's another gang train behind them or if it's really just those two. If they knew, they would have engaged for sure. They have Lasso. Like everything was up, Static Storm is up, Lasso was up, Dagger, the Serpent Wards even, so yeah.
Oh, Tiny gets a kill actually in top lane, they relocate in and they kill off the Weaver, Puck coming in with the Dream Coil, with the Silence, no time lapse to be used, and this Weaver actually hasn't been doing all that much, and looking at the net worth, sure, he's the highest at the moment, but this Tiny is catching up, and especially if he gets the Aghanim Scepter. The Weaver, even with the Midas.
Oh, there's a glimpse back on the Tiny, but what does the Invoker want to do? Like, there's no rotations yet to follow up, so I don't know.
There's the Blink Dagger. Doom though goes with the War Stomp and the Doom now. Will they have enough damage? The Craggy Exterior actually propped on Geo, but there should be enough damage. The Thunder Strike as well, and yeah, he should be going down for sure now.
They just follow him to get in the XP range, so yep, Tiny goes down, but in the mid, Lasso on the puck, and it's actually enough. We were with the Batrider together, get the puck down, and is this now a Roshan? They have Serpent Wards, and they could do it. Oh, the Rubik
Sukuchi on the Rubik, he might be in trouble still though. He's quite low on mana. The Flame Break hits as well, brings him back. Jay is giving Chase. I think Jay might be able to do it. There's the magic one. He will,
Yeah. He was like
thank
1
God.
mana short for the other Chikuchi, but still, Mineski is now on dire side. They can go anytime for Roshan. The Master Open Ward's doing damage there. I mean, they hit 41 at the moment, so... And the Doom can tank it up with Scorched Earth. And the mech as well.
Yeah, this is a very nice opportunity. I mean, if Jay picks it up on the Weaver, I think it's a really well placed Aegis, because at the moment he gets bursted down a little too easy. So yeah, he gets the Aegis now and should feel rather safe.
By the way, interesting to see right now in the chat is that, yeah, some viewers also asked themselves, a Linkens? For what exactly? For what is the Linkens? Like, yeah, we asked ourselves the same question there. Like, I think it's just, I don't know, maybe sometimes you have players that don't adjust their items to the game that much. They just go for like standard whatever. I mean, the only thing where I see the Linkens, they actually go for the Weaver silence.
Yeah, there's the silence, but
this is
there were low and there
more
was
by the
no
harass.
relocate coming in.
You know where I like the Linkens is, I mean, at the moment it's purely against Rubik, because there's nothing else directly unless the Nature's Prophet is hero targeting the Sprout. But maybe there's some items coming out, I don't know, the Puck going for, I don't know.
Yeah, there
Dagon,
are
for
future
example.
sheepsticks coming out from the Nature's Prophet as well as the Puck, I guess, but yeah, maybe just go man mode Desolator, maybe like drums Desolator, something of the sort, but they might get Puck done, might be in some big trouble. Jay is going in. There's the Batrider hunting as well, but he used the Blink Dagger already. Now Blink away from the Puck. Can he
Oh,
get
but
away though?
Doom.
Will there be a glimpse? Doom coming in, a nice War Stomp. Doom used as well, just in case,
Yeah.
and level def. Oh god, that damage.
I think that was this a proc one? He's level 12 and level
Yeah.
def is on 4 points. So yeah, he had the 3 level multiplier on that. That was easy.
This indeed was a very nice kill. I mean, the Doom is on cooldown, but it is only 100 seconds. It's nothing too significant, and will they go try to push on top of it now? They have the Mass Serpent Wars off cooldown as well as the Lasso, so I think they could find something.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Mineski looking good now. Like at the start we had what, a 6-1 or something, or 5-1, and they turned it back.
There's the
to
telekinesis on the Doom, relocate coming in as well. Geo should be going down, a nice War Stomp to try to save time, but the Tether Slow is there with the toss. Oh, he's still alive. The kinetic field with the static storm catching 3 heroes with the Mass Serpent Wars. Oh, the relocate barely gets them out. But there's the flame break coming in from the Batrider. He has the lasso as well. He gets the tiny. Will it be enough? The Firefly doesn't do too much damage at the moment with no sticky napalm. The toss avalanche, but it's not enough. The TP coming out. Is there a flame break? Oh, he can't
Oh
get.
my goodness, the flame break, just 1 second short there. But yeah, he got the Wisp and they got the Rubik in mid, so Mineski definitely winning this fight, and now dewarding is coming out as well. So, and in the meantime, Weaver just pressuring the Nature's Prophet and pushing the tower here, sneaking up and getting even the next creep wave. So yeah, Mineski looking good again. RRQ is, I wouldn't call it throwing, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't work out at the moment for them.
And Avalanche onto Weaver with the silence. They might have enough. Toss gets the kill. The Aegis is still there, but all of the heroes are there. The Linkens might be enough. No, there's the lift. The Linkens already popped beforehand. And
Okay, that
behind
was
like-
overextension 101 what the Weaver did there. Like, I don't know, you don't want to stand behind a tier 2 tower when you have a Nature's Prophet who just TP'd back, who could TP back in. A Puck with the initiation and the silence, of course. Not to mention the relocate of Tiny and Wisp. So, overextension there, clearly. And now the Doom is running in here.
He's on the hunt. Together with the Batrider, they might be able to bring down the Tiny, but the Tiny is sitting on 2k HP, and there is the relocate possibility as well. The War Stomp misses. He gets avalanched up. He's still chasing. I think he should go for the Wisp instead now. He gets tossed back, and can they find IRMD? The lasso actually comes out nevertheless. Will there be a Doom as well on top of it? Koala dropping really low, but yeah, there's the relocate
Wisp
out to
saving
save
him.
here.
But they gotta
Gehenna
get the
might
Wisp
get caught if they have vision of him. Nope, no glimpses coming out.
in peace.
The kinetic field comes off, but he comes back with the Tiny. They go for the avalanche toss combination. Another static storm comes off, but with no kinetic field. Puck goes down though. He gets shackled up. The Serpent Wards were there, and they still giving chase. They might catch somebody. Geo might be in trouble. Oh, he gets the counter kill on the Doom. As Gehenna is in trouble, but is there enough damage? Avalanche now. They're just overextending. Jesse Vice comes back in, he gets the kill on the Rubik, but gets tossed up on him. Will there be an avalanche? No, it's on cooldown, and Jesse fireflying himself to safety at
and
the
the Wisp
moment.
actually getting really low HP there. Another flame break, but yeah, he still got a bottle, and now the urn is ticking. So I was absolutely wrong. There's no rip. There is a nice trade actually for both teams, but while all this is happening, like the 5-on-4 engagement, the Weaver's farming. And I think it's a Desolator or BKB.
Yeah, I
What is
think
this?
it has to be a Desolator. I mean, if you go for Lincolns and BKB, it's just such a big waste. But now there's the silence coming out. They don't have any more lockdown. Thank God for Jay. And I mean, that fight on the top lane, it started pretty well for Mineski. But they went way too deep, the Doom just blinking in, and suddenly Avalanche toss in his face.
Yep, no, it's really like the avalanche toss combination and the right click from Tiny, especially when you're tossed and you're in the air, you get additional damage. And that he absolutely underestimated this combo. I mean, Scorched Earth was ticking on him, so he was regenerating quite fast and everything, but he went in when he was too low HP, and simply for that reason the Tiny was like, okay, you come solo here, I getcha. And the Tiny now
Indeed.
finished up his Arcanum Scepter, and he's going for a Mithril
He already
Hammer.
almost has the
This
BKB
is
as
the
well.
BKB, yeah.
Only needs like 300 more gold. It's
But I
That
wonder
amount
what's
of
coming
fun.
after that. What's coming after that? This is like the golden question for me at the moment, because is it really like some pop stomp build with a Mask of Madness, or is he going for Daedalus or Manta after that? I mean, Manta, nice for the buildings. The Daedalus, crazy for team fights because you hit once, and if that crits, I don't know, 700, 800 damage, and it's such huge AoE.
I
really
would
look
prefer
forward.
the Daedalus really.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I think so.
I think they should go for Manta and then later, because if it goes wrong, if the game goes horribly wrong for RRQ, they can just relocate on towers and actually get the towers down. And this is every 60 seconds, like on level 3. Then it should be, yeah, on level 3 it's 60 seconds relocate. So every minute you can get a tower either down or really low HP, even against backdoor protection. And I like this build. It's Red Dodo. Some people don't like Red Dodo. I like Red Dodo.
Yeah, with the Nature's Prophet, I mean,
Yeah.
what's to like? It's so annoying, really.
No, I like.
Go
I like
man fight, man. Be a man. Do the right thing. But I mean, of course, it's you do whatever you have to just to get the win. And the Manta style, I mean, the only thing not the only thing, but what I like most about Manta or just Yasha is just the movement speed. I like running around fast, and with the grow ability, the Tiny will be able to run really fast. So if his has the Manta style and the tether up, he's at hasted movement speed.
The good thing I like against like Tiny here is that his craggy exterior is soon like 4 points. Oh, actually it is 4 points already, so 2 levels. He's getting 1 stats and then he's gonna get the grow on 3 points. But the craggy exterior is quite nasty for the Weaver, because the Weaver's getting stunned all the damn time, because he can't really do anything against it unless he goes for a BKB as well. But he has now a Desolator, so this is definitely not a BKB.
Oh, there's the silence on Jay, but Ova comes in with a blink, takes onto the puck. There's the lasso as well, and they get the puck. And the Serpent Wars are under the tower. Relocate comes in, BKB Tiny right clicking away, but is it enough that Tiny, the Wisp, I mean, going down in the background, and now Koala doomed up as well, taking some damage from the Desolator up Jay. And the glimpse comes back, the kinetic
Whoa.
field. Oh god, what a nice glimpse there. 3 heroes
Nice
down,
fight
Nature's
there.
Prophet barely escaping.
Jesus, that was a $1 million glimpse, easily. The BKB runs out, he glimpses him back, Serpent Waltz and 5 here, and the puck just wanted to go for some harass on the Weaver before the fight starts, but it turned out horribly bad. Like, they needed his Dream Coil and the silence on more than one.
Yeah, Ova just came in with a surprise blink trigger on the Shadow Shaman and caught him off guard, and that was the fight. And now even the tier 3 actually might take a fall. 20 more seconds for the Tiny to respawn, and the Glyph already used. If not the Rax, the tier 3 should fall at least. Now the Sprout up onto Geo, now the Telekinesis is there as well, but nice force by Inmacute and the Kinetic Field to stop any further chase.
Yep, but it's I like the discipline coming out now by Mineski. They say like, okay, we got 3 kills, we got 1 tower and the tier 3 too. Yeah, almost 20% there, 25-ish%. Why going for overextension whatsoever? They are really determined to win this game. Like they say, like we don't need more. Everything was fine. Now don't risk it. We go back, we farm, and we do this again in a minute.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I looked at the net worth almost just before the fight. It was the Weaver sitting on 13k something, with the Tiny being on the same he has at the moment, so almost 13k as well. But suddenly, after one fight, it's a 3k difference instead of like 1k. So this Weaver, it's just that fight. I think it gave them a significant advantage in this game. And now Nature Prophet might be in trouble. There's the Swarm. He pops the dust as well, just in case. And
that was a free hit plus the one Geminite attack, right? Yeah, that was one proc of Geminite and 3 hits on top of it. That was the Nature's Prophet. Bye bye.
And they're gonna push on top of this now. The movement coming out from Mineski, I mean, it's so weird to see. It was almost the same in the first game. I mean, they had the advantage early on, then lost it a little bit, but just from some point onwards, Mineski seemed to be hitting a switch, and they turn on a whole new gear, just go man mode. And
Definitely. I really like what Mineski is doing here. You know, I'm not taking side of teams whatsoever, but like, I'm surprised by their performance, to be honest. I'm really surprised. Yesterday they started to play really decent, and today they just keep on going. They have a good run here.
Yeah, oh, there's the silence. Jay dropping quite low, but no follow-up. The static storm is there, but it doesn't get anybody in the kinetic field. Now Doom actually didn't use his ultimate yet. The toss is there, the dream coil. Kaichi's too as well. Doom force-stabs himself out. Jay's still alive. Time-lapse already used, so he might be in a little bit of trouble. He gets silenced up from the waning grip. BKB by Koala. Tiny wants to do something, but he's doomed up. Now lassoed as well. Do they have actually enough damage to kill the Tiny? They just want to get him out of the fight. That's all they want. Nature Prophet once again dead, as the Shadow Shaman is, but Koala now might be going down, and yes, he will as well. He gets the toss before, and him still alive and relocated back to safety actually. Weaver gets the kill on the Rubik, but he is gonna fall in return. No, the Sukuchi is there. He's trying to turn it around, and what a messy fight in the end.
This is not over yet.
That's a Heart of Tarrasque on Jay and the Weaver. Oh yeah. Jesse Wash comes back in. They want to get the whip, the flame break, but there's the toss avalanche. It misses, thank god. The force F out while Don.
And the Weaver is still hanging around here. He has to be careful. Silence of the puck, and he's down.
He's playing really ballsy at the moment.
Yeah.
He has some pretty decent regeneration, of course, from the Heart of Tarrasque, so.
But anyway, this fight went definitely in RRQ's favor. So Mineski had a nice opening. I mean, you have to mention that the tier 3 tower went down and they had to clear out the mass serpent wards and everything, but since the kinetic field and the static storm on top of it like didn't get anyone in, that was kind of messy there for Mineski, because that was an ultimate going out into nothing. Also the Doom was hit on a BKB, they dragged them apart, but they weren't able to finish off because everybody was somewhere else engaged in the fight or held back by Puck and the others. So I don't know, like RRQ, is this game still winnable for them?
Yeah, of course it is. They have a Tiny as well as a Nature Prophet. I mean, if they win a team fight, they can take care of the tower so fast. So if it drags out to the late game, like one lost team fight for Mineski might be the game for it, just because RRQ can push base so fast.
Yeah,
and not only can they like kill buildings fast, they can get to the buildings really fast with the relocate and the teleportation from Nature Prophet.
The problem I have is Puck might be in trouble.
Yeah, there's War Stomp misses though.
Yeah, and the plank out. So, and they go rotate top. But what I wanted to say is, oh, actually, I don't want to say anything. Weaver is engaging.
Yeah, Jay is chasing him in the Wisp. Just a few right clicks, goes down to the level death.
Poor guy.
This Weaver just kills him way too fast.
I'm gonna show the graphs pretty fast. We have almost 15,000 XP lead for Mineski, and when it comes to the gold, we have more than a 10k advantage there. So at the moment, Nature's Prophet is scouting out the Roshan, so just in case Mineski is gonna do that. But what I wanted to say is, like, yeah, this fight was won by RRQ, but it was again for the sake of a tier 3. Like, this is one tier 3 down, the second tier 3 here on bottom is really low HP. The cliff is back up, but still, like, if they don't clear out the serpent wards and if they keep fighting everything, oh,
they might find Nature Prophet. They have the gem on the Batrider. This Nature Prophet is dead for sure. He's trying to TP away, uses the ultimate as well, but getting lassoed up. Now Jay comes in, a few right clicks, and that's the end of him.
That's the second, like, just a casual pick-off. And to be honest, they should capitalize on this. Go Roshan. Like, I think if Mineski gets the Aegis now, they're safe to team fight. Oh, and
Yeah,
the Weaver goes for Assault Cuirass. So
Wow.
this is Desolator plus the AC coming out against buildings, and that's what I actually said. Even if Mineski loses a fight, if they get the buildings down, then yeah, it doesn't mean anything. RRQ winning 3 team fights, but 3 Raxes are down at the same time, especially with the Rasta going for a Ghanem Scepter eventually. But oh, Puck knows this is going on. He has an invisibility rune.
He tries to go in, he goes in with the silence, but there's the immediate hex from the Shadow Shaman, followed by the Shackle. The Avalanche will stop it, but Puck dies to the level there. Owa sacrificing his life for the Roche and the greater good of the team.
This is a 1-for-1, but Roshan goes to Mineski, so overall... Also the Puck being out, this is not good. This is definitely not a good trade for RRQ.
Yeah, I mean, they were hoping for so much more, but the Shadow Shaman with the Blink just gets in so fast. I mean, Tiny actually has an AC of his own almost, so he's hitting a little bit faster now with the Hyperstone. And with the Overcharge up as well, you can see this tower just falling so fast.
Yep, to be honest, I like what they do now. Like the Tiny and the Wisp, they need to get some pressure on Mineski here. They need to push the building so Mineski can't push into their own base. I mean, the rotations are coming and they have to go back, but the cliff is out, so... Theoretically, they could go for the relocate thing I just said. By the way, we see a Hyperstone being picked up by the Tiny, so it's definitely not a Manta coming out, which I disapprove.
Well, I think the AC is pretty nice, just giving the armor against the Weaver for his whole team,
And the
and
attack
Nature's
speed.
Prophet, guys... Oh, God.
Oh, where did he TP? Oh, he TP'd to the Curia. What a sneaky guy.
Yeah, and now Puck actually might be in trouble. The Swarm misses, but the Sukuchi is there.
Oh,
and
the
Weaver
damage.
just gets the kill.
The damage. Did you just see that? But did you see what Nature's Prophet did there? I was like, yeah, he's gonna go back to base. You know, he almost died there from the Weaver, but instead he TP'd here and gets the Curia. That's actually amazing. And now
The
Tiny
split
Wisp
push, I mean, the
pushing.
tower's dropping so fast. The Serpent Wards have been used. They got stolen by Rubik as well, but Rubik dies
that's
because of
nice.
this insolence. Now, the Dream Coil goes only on the Shadow Shaman. The silence up on Puck. The Doom is there as well. He can't jaunt to it. And actually, the tier 3 tower dropping down on the top lane as well. But Ayo got killed by the Batrider, I think.
Yeah.
So,
And Tiny now, munching through the Rax. He wants to trade Rax here. This is a
yeah,
Rax
but
trade.
Jay was just diving Fountain and killing the people off. And
Yeah, not really worth it for RQ there. So they traded the Rax, sure, but now they just gonna rotate top. No, actually, the Weaver's actually hitting tier 4, while the Disruptor and Doom, they rotate to the... Yeah, now Weaver's coming as well.
yeah, they go in. There's the Shiva's card. The Avalanche is there by the Tiny, but Chio has a little bit too much life. And Wisp just getting taken down in the background. Now Koala is the target for Jay. Does he have enough damage? Chio dropping low, but there's the mech lasso up on the Tiny, and that's the death of him. He does have buyback if necessary,
That is
but the Rax will go
the
down.
GG. He can't stop them alone. He just can't stop them alone. This has to be GG. Unless, I mean, there's the tier 2 tower still standing here, but if they want to, they can go for the tier 4 towers. Bottom is already pushing in. I don't know. Go for the tier 4, guys. I think that's the best choice, but it seems like they're kinda determined to maybe go for the tier 2 instead.
Yeah, might be.
Well, Weaver goes for one tier 4, and they actually risk that they respawn, and RRQ might have a little chance of still doing something here.
Well, he has the Aegis, so he gets silenced up now, but just look at the damage coming out from him. Nobody can actually man-fight that hero. He's just going for the tower with the Heart of the Rask, and now the Doom as well as the Batrider, they come in. The Glimpse is there, the Kinetic Field as well. They get the kill on the Puck. Nature's Prophet about to fall down as well. I think he should at least. A few more right clicks are necessary. He somehow survives. Toss up on the Rubik. He might get the Disruptor. Lasso goes up as he blinks away from the lasso, so...
That's some huge Tiny damage.
Now Shackle up on the Tiny. Will there be enough damage? Jay isn't even focusing him, just killing off the Wisp in the background. Shadow Shaman takes a fall, but Tiny, he can't do it alone, and GG gets called.
It's raining items! Like, congratulations to all the viewers who got items now. There's a lot of items coming in. Yeah, Disruptor not even going down there to the fountain. That's it. Mineski actually beat RRQ. RRQ's draft. It looked solid, and I thought we see a lot of red Dota coming in, but they didn't have the chance to. Mineski was just one step ahead, pushing all the time, so there was no time for them to actually get out, relocate push towers, or the Nature's Prophet. To be honest, I think the Nature's Prophet was like the key reason that this game was going the way it was for RRQ, because him being so desperately lost on the offlane, level 1 at 6 minutes into the game, and he still didn't rotate into the jungle. I think this was one of the biggest mistakes. Anyway,
Yeah, I can't say I really agreed with the Nature's Prophet item choice either. Like,
yeah,
Shadow Blade, man.
I don't know, a gem was already on the deck and he goes for a Shadow Blade, which came also pretty late out. I don't know, this was like a 20 minutes Shadow Blade or something. Either way, guys, this was brought to you by HeflaTV. I'm HeflaMoke, with me was Coucher, and if you like what you see, what you hear, follow us on Twitch, on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. All the VODs will be uploaded as soon as possible, right now after the game. And we take a little break. You're gonna see us today evening, or today afternoon actually. We're gonna cast, what is it? A Gigabyte Challenge, D2 Row, and after that we come back at also 9 PM and 11 PM for JDL, Revenge versus Liquid, EG versus Revenge. So nice games ahead of us today. Thanks for tuning in. We all love you.